Good morning, beautiful souls, or good night, whichever time it is for you. I just want to come on here and just talk to you guys. If you're waking up in the morning or whatever time of the day is, and you're having a day where you just feel like you can't get out of bed, and you're having these thoughts that you're worthless, or to even some of you guys out there who even think about if it's so bad that you just want to give up, or if you want to, talk about taking your own self out. Let me tell you something. Those are not your thoughts, okay? When you get up in the morning, ask God to please help you with whatever it is, because God is an energy. He will put an energy on you, okay? And remember to cleanse your energy, you guys. It's very important because, and I've talked about it in my past videos, even when people touch you, they could do energy transfer, or, ask God to show you who your enemies are. Or, because I know personally, you guys, there's some days where I just be like, I don't know. I don't know. And I have to remind myself that it's not my energy. I ask God all the time to help me. I still make mistakes, and sometimes you just feel like you just don't know. But what God is trying to tell you, that even though you don't see things working, you don't see, have faith, because that faith and that belief in God is going to get you there, is going to get you to wherever your goal, or your justice is for you. Because let me tell you something, the enemy's coming down hard, okay? And it's not because of you, it's because to my anointed ones out there, it's because of God. Your light triggers them. You pray for these people, but some of these people, souls, spirits, they forever want to be bound here, and one day, you're going to make it to that eternal, beautiful promised land life. You just have to have faith. And everything I tell you guys is, I'm including myself, because we're all going on this journey together. And I know a lot of times I'll come on here and I'll be like, oh, love and light, but let me tell you, the ascension is not for the weak. It's not. But what I want to tell you is to not give up. Because there's times where I'm just like, God, I don't know if I can go another day. But then it's like when I pray to him, it seems like I go another day. And he always reminds me, it gives me confirmation. Just because of things you don't see. Some of you guys are changing people's lives, with your ascension. And just, you being, your love and your inner childlike. But I'm going to tell you that it's okay. It's okay to have those days. It's okay that you still make mistakes. God knows we're human. God knows we're sinners. And don't beat yourself up, because sometimes we can beat ourselves up so much. And just know that God created you. God made you how he wanted to make you. God created your heart. To please have faith, because that's what we need. We need to have that faith and that belief in God, because what it's doing is really cracking the matrix down. Okay, I know you've had everybody turn against you. You don't have anyone you can probably trust. A lot of you probably are the black sheep of the family. You've had people portray you out to be this crazy, psycho, just because you're tapped in, they want to call you crazy, or people left you out in the cold, and all the, believe me, I know what it's like when you don't have somebody to come to you and say, how are you doing? What is what you want? What is it you need? A lot of you guys don't have that person that you have to literally take everything over to God. And I just wanted to tell you that you're not alone, because the Soul Tribe, even though we're not together in the 3D, but we feel each other out there. And I pray that this message gets to whoever it needs to get to, because I know you can have people around you, but you don't really have anybody you can trust. You've had to cut a lot of people off. Walking this path is not easy. Being alone. Remember, God has to isolate you before he puts you up. He has to put you in isolation. Just know that it's going to, get hard and that. But God wants to tell you that he never leaves you. He's always right there. And even though you may not have somebody to talk to, tell him how you feel. I know me, sometimes I'm like, God, I'm so sorry that I have to tell you, I don't want you to think I'm whining, but, you're all I got. You're all I got to go to. So know that they're still doing, magical. The energy's not yours. I'm hearing they're doing a lot of glamour magic. Some of them are, you're getting, they know soulmates are coming in for people, so they just want to make you look, let's see, wrinkles, pimples, bumps on your face, gray hair, just look older, gain weight, sick. I'm also hearing, I heard that they're messing with your notifications. They are in your phone, changing PIN numbers to your cards, your credit cards, erasing notifications, erasing emails. If you have a channel, they're blocking your channel. I've seen that with my own eyes, see notifications get erased. My channel mess with, you can't hit the like button. The number's been messed up. That they're really trying to keep you hidden. But what I'm hearing is that the right person saw you. The right person seen your energy. You got more than what you think, got their eye on you. Because God will send in his destiny helpers. And it goes back to the last message that I sent. How God will put an energy on somebody. Somebody to come in. And just like I talked about in my last video, maybe you have a neighbor who don't have, no food, and he'll put the energy on you to, like, get her some groceries, or that God is going to send somebody down your path, whether it's a friend or, whatever relationship. It doesn't have to be a soulmate or anything like that. It could just, whatever God tends. I promise you, the help may not come the way, you think it would. And know that it's okay if you still make mistakes. And, because a lot of you guys are living a survival mode. That you've been living survival mode so long. So long that, you all you do is depend on yourself, So know that God is with you every step of the way. And know that you are not alone. And to cleanse your energy, I listen to a lot of Dr. Virtual 7 frequencies. You can just look up if you don't want to listen to him. Different frequencies. They even got. I listened to one today for bloating. Cleansing your energy. There's so many different frequencies, and I'm telling you, just like if you would go listen to like sleep frequency. Take your spiritual baths or spiritual showers. Go out and ground. meditate, start your day off praying and end your night off praying. You really got to amp up your prayer, just remember, Jesus, his walk wasn't easy. It was hard. And it's not because of you. It's because of who you believe in. Who you love. God is a part of you. He created you. And you're not alone. And I just wanted to put that message. And even if this message gets to 1 or 2 people, I pray that it gets to somebody who's really having like one of those days, It doesn't mean you're weak or anything. It's okay. I've talked in my past videos, crying is good. It's a form of purging emotions. How else are you going to cleanse your energy? That it's okay. And this road is not for the weak. It's not. A lot of people wouldn't make it as far as you come. And these people are attacking you so bad to where they need your energy to even to live, like to stay alive on the 3D. So they're doing any and everything they can to steal from you. You're like an outlet. You're like a plug, literally, and they can't get to you, so they're going to attack you. They want to bring you back to the past. But know that God's going to come in and rescue. You won't always be in the situation that you're in. And if you ask God for forgiveness for the mistakes, what you've been through, whatever it is, He will forgive you. And remember, it's all intention. God knows your heart. God knows your heart. He created your heart. So, I just want you guys, and also pay attention to the confirmations. Like what's your area, what's it look like outside your surroundings, numbers, what are you watching, like you get signs all the time, really pay attention, that it's okay, you're going to be okay, and I know that I love you, I really do, I love you, and I pray that you keep on ascending, okay, so peace, love, and light, 333, all journey long.